Okay. Is this it? You see the hoodie? You know why we here? You know what it's about? Let's get to it. What can I say? Like, I don't know what to say. This last chapter was amazing, like, in ways that I can't fully express. Like, just the simple fact that not only does he say Gear 5th, but the fact that now we know that it's a mythical Zoan human type is just making me like, it's making me question, is this some sort of reset for him? Sorry if you hear talking in the background, like kids, whatever. Yeah, let's get into it. This is where I wish I had a dope intro or something, but I ain't got nothing, man. Look, you see the setup. You see it. Anyway, so, excuse the rapper hands. We got a post. The homie Luffy is back. Luffy back, he about to fuck niggas up. And everybody is shook. Nobody can actually believe that Luffy is back on his feet. Luffy can't even believe he's back on his feet. He doesn't even. I honestly, and this is why I'm calling this Gomu no Reach like volume 2. I'm just kind of doing like everything, summarizing all that stuff all in one. And what I like to think is happening is that Luffy didn't. It's hard for me to believe. And at the same time, it's hard for me not to believe that Luffy actually died on the rooftop. And the thing is that him losing was him actually giving up hope. But it was in him giving up hope and realizing that, like, something like, yo, it was just a fight. Like, you can always get back up and fight again. Maybe that's what set him free. Maybe that's what helped him realize, like, look, I got more gas in the tank. See what I did there? Gear 5th. From there, we cut over to Mary Joyce, whatever you want to call it, and we see this cute little story about how the Gorosei is saying, like, we be trying to capture this fucking fruit for, like, ever, dude. And it just seems to me as though the devil fruit itself, because it's a Zoan, it's been escaping them and finding its way to whoever best suits the fruit. So, with that being the case, then clearly the fruit itself was looking for the freest person, or the person who had the potential to be the freest person. Or maybe the most Looney Tunes ass nigga on the planet. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. This chapter is a masterpiece. Like, I honestly really love it. I do have some gripes about the art design, but that's just me and my own personal taste. To each their own. I still love it. I'll probably love it when I see it animated. I really want to see it animated. And with this hiatus, who knows when we're going to get that. Basically, in that short period, in that process, that little cutaway part right there, we find out that the devil fruit that we know as the Gomu no Mi, the rubber fruit, is not the rubber fruit, but it's actually, in fact, the human fruit, model type Nika. This is where I start to question things, and I'm starting to try to figure things out. And there have been people who theorized about this portion and talked it out, and they probably have a better understanding of it than I do. So if you guys understand it, please clue me in the comment section down below. But that would mean the gears are actually like functions of the Zoan fruits, like how we can see the different transformations. For instance, look at Yamato and Kaido and how they use the devil fruits. Like, when they transform, you literally see a transformation. It's the same thing for Luffy. With it being the human fruit, I can see Luffy just being a human. Like, it would be different if Chopper ate it. Now, if you're human and you eat the human fruit, you're going to look like a human. It's just that you ate the god model type of Nika. Whereas, what's my boy name? Sengoku. My nigga Sengoku. Like, he ate the one for the Buddha. So his form looks like the Buddha. We can get back to talking about all that later. I just kind of wanted to keep going on with the chapter. We get to Hiyori and Orochi, and I don't really give a fuck. Who cares? Yes, there's some beautiful panels, and the whole process of her remembering everything that she's been through and confronting the villain, and yes, bravo, theatrics, all that. But I ain't here for that. I don't care. I care about one thing only. See that? It's over my heart, bro. I'm not here for Hiyori. I don't give a fuck. I don't give two fucks about Hiyori, Orochi, sea stone nails, all that shit. What I will say though, Orochi got everything he deserved. I will say that. I do love how that portion of the story ended. I do think it was a little extra the way Hiyori was just standing there watching this nigga body burn, and she's just like, "The dawn will come." Okay, we back on our bullshit. We back on our bully. We back on it. And we back in the rooftop. We back at the live floor. Kaido just did all this speech, this whole speech about how everybody is just going to be subservient to him, how nobody's going to have any hope, really, and he's just going to run shit until people die. And the thing is that at this moment, with Luffy on the rooftop figuring out, oh snap, like, I'm freer than I've ever been. Like, you know, he's testing his, I don't know what he up there doing. He up there cracking up. The dude is on crackhead mode right now. Like, he really went bonkers. Like, I do like how Kaido was like, what the fuck? Because clearly this is a hockey bloom. Like, maybe hockey is tied to awakening. We finally start getting a glimpse of our boy, and we see kids. We finally get a glimpse of our boy, and we finally see him putting in work. And all I can say is, like, this is the best Dragon Ball Z meets Looney Tunes meets Itchy and Scratchy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I actually really like the fighting style, and I wonder where and how far he's going to push these abilities, seems how also I forgot to mention this part, but the true ability of this Sun God Nika, human, no me, fruit or whatever, the powers of it are only limited by the user's imagination. And that being said, this devil fruit chose Luffy. So yeah, anyway, back into the fight. So we get to see our captain smiling and laughing, giving us the classic she, and he put hands and foot to Kaido's ass right now, and I couldn't be more happier, I couldn't be more prouder, I couldn't be more any positive, more affirming right now in this moment than my boy Luffy not only being Joy Boy because he has the same fruit of Joy Boy, but because he don't stop. After all that's said and done, and he, you know, body slams Kaido a couple of times, you know, flexes on a nigga real quick. We see Kaido throw his hot ass breath at my nigga Luffy, and Luffy, instead of like dodging or anything like that, he literally pulls the floor up, like, and it bounces the attack from Kaido back at Kaido. We get a full glimpse of our captain in Gear 5th, and yeah, honestly, I'm blown away. I didn't think this was. I thought that this was going to be a reset to Luffy and his abilities, having to relearn everything that he knew to do already, but knowing more. And that still may be a very plausible thing. The first, second, third, and fourth gears may be different transition, like the Zoan forms of Kaido, Yamato. See, that brings up more questions for me, though. Like, I personally don't believe Shanks is a bad guy, but I do think Shanks is tied to the Void Century in more ways than we think. I do think that Shanks knows a lot more than he puts on, not even just about the world currently or even about the past, but also about the Gomu no Mi, clearly, because he was the one who snatched it from Who's Who. He's the one who brought it to Luffy's village. I think he knows about what was at Laugh Tale, not just because Roger told him, but because of who I think Shanks really is, how I think he was brought into this world. A lot of you who may know me, who may watch this video, may know me from Twitter, and y'all may have heard me talk about it before. You may have heard me say it before. I do think there's a reason that Shanks has rights, grounds, and audacity to walk up to the Gorosei and talk to them. And I do think he is stealthy enough and he can do a lot of things to get past guards. Like, that's not a problem. Like, him getting there is not a problem. It's him having the audacity to talk to them without being attacked. That's the issue I have. I think Shanks is a clone of some sort, some kind of scientific experiment to create a false Joy Boy as well as control said false Joy Boy. And I will explain that in the next video. It will probably be short because I've talked about it so many times. I just want to point out a couple of clues and a couple of hints here and there and just get people to think about it. I'm not married to the idea of it, but it's definitely an idea that I think needs to be discussed because I'm a content creator. I want attention. What do you want from me? Eventually, we're going to have to get around to discussions about the enemy that opposed Joy Boy with their own plans and means of overthrowing the world government before it became the world government 800 years ago. We already know about Rocks and we know about Blackbeard. Clearly there's a pattern of wheel here that's being followed. And that's the most beautiful thing about the story though. In order to talk about everything though, we're going to have to take it all the way back to when this stretchy little bastard walked into our lives. That being said, you guys take care, and yeah, I don't know, I love y'all. Yeah, although I discussed One Piece, and I probably will discuss a lot of One Piece, that's not the only thing that I want to discuss on this channel. That's not the only thing I want to do with this channel. There's a book series that I really love that I would like to encourage other One Piece fans to. I would like to encourage y'all to look into it, especially if you like the world building and the quest of it all, like the whole meaning behind it, the magic behind it, all that stuff. If you like all that stuff, I encourage you to pick up this book series called The King Killer Chronicles. And it's called The King Killer Chronicles, and it's amazing. There's a big fandom behind it. There's a lot of mystery in the book, and there's a lot to draw your attention. There's just as much as there's a void century in One Piece, there's a void fucking millennia's worth of information hidden in the world of Tamaranth. And or is it Tamarant? I can't remember. If you like the mystery behind devil fruits and how they work, then you'll love the mystery behind Glamory and Gramarye and the difference between the two and how they can relate. If you like music, Luffy likes music. Brook is a part of the crew. He's a musician. The whole magic system of the main character, one of the magic systems that he's able to tap into and use, is based on music. I also want to play video games. I want to talk about battle rap. I want to make skits. I just want to do stuff. If you're a fan of One Piece, a fan of King Killer Chronicles, if you like this video, then I hope you stick around for the ride. Like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.